Hello, folks. This is Bob Galvin, your Vermont State Director for the nonprofits Animal Wellness Action and the Center for Humane Economy. I wanted to share with you briefly some important information about using the Vermont Legislature's website. Wanted to show you how to find your legislators, how to look up various bills that are being considered by the legislature, and some other tips and features. The Vermont Legislature's website has a lot of information on it. It is a very valuable tool for us as animal advocates and people wanting to get more involved in the legislative process, but it can be a little bit difficult to navigate for a new person. So let's get started. To begin with, we will go to the website name legislature.vermont.gov. And that will bring us here, which is kind of the main Vermont legislature website. So in order to find who your legislators are, there are a couple ways to do that using the Vermont website. So there is this green box in the middle of the screen, and in this box, you are able to search for bills or resolutions, and you're also able to search for legislators and for committees. So if we click this legislator box, it says here, enter legislator name or city/town. So all you have to do here is enter your town or city. I personally live in Richmond, so let's give Richmond a shot. And it will take you to a list of your legislators. So as you can see, I have one state representative, and 3 state senators here. And so if I want to contact those legislators or find out more information about them, you can click on the hyperlink. It'll tell you information about the legislator. Importantly, it will give you their email address. And so that is a very useful tool to connect with legislators. And then it also gives a brief biography along with the committees that the legislator rather is serving on. So these biographies are very useful in getting a sense of who the legislators are, of making a personal connection to legislators. So I highly encourage you look into all of your legislators. So there are a couple towns that there are more legislators than actually show up. So I didn't explain that well. So for instance, if you type in Burlington, it will give you this huge list because there are a lot of representatives and senators who represent various districts within Burlington. And there, as you can see, there's Chittenden 8 in the House, Chittenden 9, Chittenden 16. So if you live in one of these places, Burlington and some of the other larger cities in Vermont, so that there is another tool that you can use to determine exactly who your legislator is. So if you just go to Google, you can type in VT Digger, find my legislator. And the first link that comes out, how to contact your legislators, is the one that you're going to want to click on. It's put forward by Vermont Digger, a reputable news outlet. And so you will go down the VT Digger Find Your Legislator page to the either the House and the Senate maps. So these maps will help you. You can zoom in to exactly where your house is, down, to the street level. And this is in Burlington. So if you click, it shows you who your House representatives are. And then you can do the same thing down here using the Senate tool. So I would highly recommend folks utilize this if they are having any confusion or any issues accessing who their legislators are on the Vermont Legislature website. So we will be going back to the main page right now. And if you're having trouble utilizing this green rectangle in the middle of the screen, you can go down to the bottom of the page, and this left square, you can click who is my legislator. It will bring you to a different search feature, and then you can search your legislator either by their name, or most likely you will be searching by your town. And so a similar process, you input your town, you click search, and then you are provided with your legislators. If you have any questions understanding who your legislators are, I am happy to be a resource to you. You can reach out to me. My email is bgalvin@animalwellnessaction.org, and I would be happy to help you through any questions or help you navigate this process. So now that we're back on the main website, I want to show you a couple of other features and functions that will be useful to you in navigating bills that are being considered by the Vermont Legislature. So one of the major bills that we are focusing on in 2024 is a bill called Senate Bill 258. This bill deals with the restructuring of the Vermont Fish and Wildlife Board, and also ends the cruel practice of coyote hounding, and also ends the use of bait to hunt coyotes. So this is an exciting bill, but for the purposes of this video, I just want to show you how to use this feature to find bills that are being considered. So we're going to go back to this little rectangle here. We're going to search for bill or resolution. So if you know the bill number that you're looking for, that will be very important here. And the bills in Vermont tend to follow a format of H dot and then a three number bill number. And then in the Senate, it will be S dot 211, for instance. So the bill that one of the bills that we are focusing on is S 258. If we type that in the box here and then search, it will bring us to that bill. And so we can find important information about the bill, like who the sponsors are. We can find which committee the bill is currently sitting in. We can find actions about the bills. Down here in this white rectangle, you can find detailed information about when the bill was discussed, when it was considered, what testimony has been heard on the bill. And then you can also find the bill text by clicking the As Introduced button here. And that will bring you officially to the bill, the full text of it in many cases. In some cases, there is an abridged short form bill, but that is a conversation for a different video. So yes, that is how you find bills that you already know their bill number. If you don't know the bill number, you can type in a title or keyword. So if we wanted to look for bills that dealt with wildlife, we could search that function. And then we have a bunch of bills here that relate to wildlife. You have H191, a bill that we're supporting regarding trapping. And you can click on all of those bills. You can find all of this information. Again, co-sponsors, where the committee is, the bill text, and other important information about the bill. So finally, I wanted to talk about committees, because all of these bills are housed in various committees before they are heard before the greater general chamber or floor of either the House or the Senate. So for many bills that are relating to animals, the House Environment and Energy Committee and Senate Natural Resources and Energy Committees are important, although there are many other committees that deal with animal issues, be it government ops or the Agriculture Committee. So we're certainly not limited to, any one committee in terms of the committees that are discussing and considering animal issues. So if we click on this committees button, we are able to see all of the House committees that currently exist and all of the Senate committees that currently exist. So because I've been talking about the House Environment and Energy Committee, we will use that as an example. You can click on each one of these committees, and it will bring you to a page, again, that is chock full of information. You can see you can see who is on the committee. So, and you can see the chair, the ranking member, the vice chair. You can click on each of these committee members' names to get information about them, to get their contact info. And then importantly, you can see the committee's agenda for a given week. And so if we click on this agenda option, you will be presented with a document that has the committee's agenda for the week. Most of the time, you are able to view the committee meetings via Zoom and via YouTube. So please utilize the option that is given to participate or watch in on as many of these as possible. As you can see, there are several bills that are being considered by the House Environment and Energy Committee. You have people who are testifying in support of those bills. So if you want to keep abreast of a certain bill, it behooves you to follow the committee's agenda and understand what they are taking up. So I think that is where I will leave things now. There may be additional follow-up videos, and if there is information that you want, if you want me to go more in depth about any of these topics, please let me know. Thank you so much for your time, for your support, and for caring about animals enough to take action. I very much appreciate you and look forward to seeing all the victories that we can achieve for animals over the coming years. Thank you very much and have a great rest of your day.